Now, before you start any passive income stream in 2026, I need to warn you about the 3 passive income mistakes that keep most people financially stuck for years. Now, if you've ever bought a course, tried a side hustle, or jumped into a new investment only to regret it later, you're not alone. Now, since leaving my 20-year corporate law career 10 years ago, I've made every mistake myself. But more importantly, I've helped thousands of professionals avoid these mistakes and build multiple low-stress income streams. So if you want 2026 to be the year you finally break through into passive income, this is your blueprint. And stay till the end for the one filter that helps you instantly know whether an income stream is right for you or will become another expensive regret. Now, every new year, searches for how to start passive income explode. Right? In 2026 will be another wave of hype. AI tools promising hands-free money, crypto cycles, set and forget businesses that sound too good to be true. And if, like me, you're over 40, you've seen this before. Right? You're tired of gurus and you care about retirement, stability, and peace of mind. So you don't need hype. You need risk-managed, purpose-aligned guidance that fits your life. And this video will help you avoid the traps that make passive income for beginners feel so overwhelming, risky, or impossible in 2026. And instead, we'll keep your plan simple and sane. Now, as promised, here are the 3 beginner mistakes that cost people the most money and time, and what to do instead. Now, fix these and you'll cut stress, protect your capital, and build income streams that actually last. Now, most beginners just pick whatever looks profitable, right? They chase trends, crypto pumps, AI automation, FBA, drop shipping, whatever the loudest guru is pushing this week. Now, the problem? None of that starts with you. It starts with hype. Now, when your income stream isn't aligned with your purpose and your season of life, you quit at the first sign of resistance. Not because you're weak or anything like that, but because the income stream doesn't fit where you want to go. Now, the gurus will tell you that you haven't mastered it, and so you buy into the mastery myth, right? Believing you need to be an expert before you start, and so you buy another course. Now, the reframe is simple. You don't need mastery. You need what I call purpose-tree or purpose-led proficiency. Doing the small set of right actions aligned with where you want to be in life, done just well enough and done consistently. It's like driving your kids to school safely. You don't need mastery, you need to be good enough to drive safe. And it's aligned with what you want, which is to spend time with your kids. You just need to give yourself permission to do that with your finances, just like you do with driving and cooking. So if you cook or drive and you've gotten good without mastery, let me know in the comments how you're planning to transfer this to your finances in 2026. And if you need more help, grab my free 4-day predictable income plan. Because once you align with purpose and you use purpose-tree instead of mastery, you naturally get good at it and you naturally get profitable. Now, dial in your purpose and half the friction disappears. But here's where most people still lose money. They have false beliefs about passive income and wealth building. Common beliefs such as passive is easy or instant, or low risk means no risk, or I'll take high risk to get high returns and make up for lost time, or I just need something brand new and the expert secret that nobody knows, or if I pick the right mentor system, the results are guaranteed. Now, that sort of thinking is fatal because it leads us to take bigger bets. Now, underestimating risk creates panic when there's a dip or even a slowdown. And big risks can lead to big returns, and a lot of gurus will dangle that carrot, but they also lead to big losses that are harder to recover from. And a lot of people confuse volatility with danger, so they bail at the worst possible moment. But you don't need to take big risks to get big returns. And in the coming year, the passive income streams I'll be focusing on are the ones which enable front-end setup, structure, and most importantly, risk management. Now, there's front-loaded work and there'll be real decisions. And you'll want a model that's structured to survive and even grow when you're wrong. because you will be wrong sometimes, right? Everyone is. And that's why we teach our students to structure income streams that can still make money even if they're wrong half the time by creating real edges, which are something that they have a unique advantage in the market, and not place their trust in hope or prediction, but in good risk management and structure. And I go through this entire process for free in my 4-day predictable income plan linked below. Because you can only win when you control the downside, and most people don't. And that's why you see a lot of gurus showing you that they can make a killing, but very few actually get wealthy. And that's why I say, don't chase the home runs or the big wins, but look for durable processes. Instead of swinging between like zero risk and high risk, high reward, think about how you can manage risk. That shift alone reduces stress and improves outcomes. And are you ready to start applying this in your income streams? Let me know in the comments. Now, the third mistake I see passive income beginners make is selection. Many beginners start with highly technical, highly volatile investments, time-heavy side hustles that are marketed as passive, or businesses that depend on performance, complex marketing, or deep expertise. Now, if your life doesn't support that sort of complexity, it'll drain you. And the fix is simple. Choose income streams that match your reality, meaning your energy level, what you can do in a normal week, your available capital, what you can invest without stress, your season in life, right? Family, career, health, and bandwidth, your tolerance for complexity, how many moving parts do you want to manage, and your purpose, what feels meaningful enough to stay consistent. Now, as a passive income beginner in 2026, I'd recommend you start simple and safe. Because with AI and everything else out there this year, it's going to be noisy. So focus on the tried and tested, right? Low maintenance growth assets, broad-based ETFs or individual stocks you can actually understand. And do that with automated contributions and clear rules. Or low maintenance income assets, right? REITs or dividend stocks with simple rules-based approaches. Or simple digital assets. Evergreen micro products you can build once and sell with minimal updates, or memberships aligned with your interests that give you recurring income. Now, if a model requires non-stop effort, constant hype, or you becoming an expert overnight, it's probably not the best starting point if you're already busy at work. And you might be thinking, all these sound a little boring, but the truth is, I rather grow wealth the boring way because I hate losing money and I hate my clients losing money. And you'll be surprised how by managing risk the right way, you can really boost your upside with simple risk-managed assets. Now, I cover predictable income strategies like this and a lot more in my free 4-day predictable income plan, links in the description. So now you know the 3 traps. But how do you choose the right income stream in seconds? So here's the one question filter I promised. Just ask yourself, will this income stream still work for me in my worst week? Picture your worst week, right? You're tired, work runs late, the family needs you, and with all that stress, you get the flu. And if that income stream collapses unless you give it perfect attention, it's not passive. In fact, it's not even an asset, it might be a liability. But if it keeps going with minimal input because you've set the rules, you've automated the key steps, and you don't worry because you've capped the downside, that's true passive income. And just applying this one filter will save you from 90% of the expensive mistakes because it forces you to design for reality and not some fantasy. If it only works on your best week, it won't work enough weeks to matter. So before you start anything in 2026, run it through that test. If it passes, proceed. If it doesn't, simplify it until it does, or look for something else, or get my 4-day predictable income plan. So now you know the 3 biggest passive income mistakes to avoid in 2026, and you've got a clear filter for any income stream that you're considering. So the next question is, if you're starting in your 40s, 50s, or 60s, how do you actually build wealth fast enough to retire without gambling or burning out? And in this video right here, I break down the exact compound effect strategy I used to build real wealth starting later than most people. So tap this video on your screen right now, and I'll show you how small, smart moves can snowball into serious financial freedom. Click it and let's build this the calm way.